Neil and gets Neil on the phone, and he goes, Neil, what do you think about, rum? And Neil goes, yeah, I like rum. Rum's great. He goes, what about making rum? And Neil's like, okay, let's figure it out.
Tell me a little bit about your background and the team itself, how the three of you got together, because it's a unique story.
Yeah, so my current day job when I'm not helping run this rum business is I write children's books. So I'm a children's book author. Before that, I was a senior art director for a company called Siemens Healthcare. Before that, I was a roadie, but currently I'm a children's book author, and in my spare time, I play hockey. That's like my little outlet for my extra energy. It's my cardio when I'm working out, and that's where I met Amish. I played against each other for years, and then finally a couple of years ago I ended up getting him onto my hockey team, and we kind of went from there, became pretty good friends. And when he presented this idea, and I came back to him with rum as an idea, he said, I have this friend, guy I went to high school with. His name is Neil Kareem, who's from Trinidad. Let me get him on the phone. So I'm like, yeah, hey, Appleton's like, let's get the Trini on the phone and talk to him. So we're at lunch, and he calls Neil and gets Neil on the phone. And he goes, Neil, what do you think about, rum? And Neil goes, yeah, I like rum. Rum's great. He goes, what about making rum? And Neil's like, okay, let's figure it out. So really, Neil and I were the ones who kind of went away for about 5 or 6 months. And I figured out how the whole distilling process worked, figured out how to build a distillery, put together all the numbers. And then Neil went out to try to find us a master distiller. And he found somebody that we both really liked. And she agreed to meet us. And we did this meeting, and we just clicked right away. Nice. As it turned out, she was working for her family's distillery, so we couldn't hire her away at that time. But we did start working with her. Her name's Lexi Close. And Lexi kind of took my ideas and the flavor profiles I was talking about, and the way that I described it to her, because again, it didn't exist. So I described it through other spirits, right? So I wanted something, a clean taste of vodka, of tequila, right? So I needed to keep that body that you get with the sugar of rum. You needed to have the mouthfeel of rum. What I wanted to lose was that harshness, right? So there's a harshness to rum that really most people hide behind sugar. And it used to happen a lot with tequila as well. And luckily for me, Lexi's a big tequila person. So she kind of had seen the change in tequila from, in the U.S. Not that good tequila didn't exist. We just couldn't get it here in the U.S., at least when I was younger. So she kind of grew up on better tequila because she's only 25 now. So she's known, really good tequila her whole life. But she understood when I was talking about harsh tequila. And she went about trying to create this new product. And, she and I worked together. Mostly my work was just tasting it and making suggestions. She worked really hard. I just did some drinking and some profiling, and yeah, and she managed to create this whole new category of product that we're calling American rum, to differentiate it from Caribbean style rum, or any or rum. We wanted to kind of really delineate that this was something unique and different, and it wasn't like something you'd had before.